Hello, it's Thursday the 15th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. Now, there are rumours that hidden within the US trade deal, we granted Trump a veto over Chinese investment in UK infrastructure or tech projects. The government has strongly denied this, but there are concerns that the US is trying to use its powerful position in negotiations to force an agenda against the Chinese. Keep an eye on that one. The UK economy posted growth in Q1. ONS figures showed GDP grew by 0.7% Jan to March, which was stronger than expected. This was helped by record levels from the US exporters trying to get ahead of all the tariffs. Before we get ahead of ourselves, though, it's worth remembering that the tax hikes and the higher minimum wage, that all kicked in at the beginning of Q2. Mark Carney's been on. Canada's new Prime Minister has criticised our invitation for dear old Donald to have a second state visit. He feels undermined in his government's efforts against Trump's talk of annexing Canada, and he takes that 51st state chat as a serious threat. He does have King Charles on his side, though, for what it's worth, old Charlie Boy has recently reminded us that he's also King of Canada, King Charles Spaniel. Trump is not going to drop his calls for a rate cut anytime soon. He still wants the Fed to cut rates significantly to support the economy while it transitions to deal with the tariffs on imports. Meanwhile, Powell has done his best to avoid any direct confrontation with Trump. The official line from the Fed is that he and his Fed colleagues are concerned by the uncertainty with current economic and trade policy. Where inflation could become a bit of an issue, this is therefore, it remains relevant to the Fed's mandate, especially where they seem to have finally got inflation relatively under control. Meanwhile, in the market, sterling saw some fairly strong buying interest early yesterday. We peaked around 133.55 against the dollar. The dollar index lost a little ground to around 100.30, but it does look to have comfortably settled above the 100 level for the time being. We kick off this morning around 132.95 against the dollar, 118.50 against the euro, and euro dollar is around 112.20 on the open this morning. That's it from me. Have a great day.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.